2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I keep forgetting the note to give him. We'll deal with that quest eventually. You know, I don't think their loot table's gotten adjusted. No, maybe it has. Still obnoxious though. What the hell's going on with those sounds? Bring after the red cook. Heal for 11. And that ain't nothing. Cool, rest a sec. That could be a good idea. May as well use all the tricks at my disposal, yeah? Do I know you? Sasha sent me. Really? She's supposed to come by herself, alone. Give her specific instructions. Yeah, I couldn't leave the house without raising suspicion, sadly. Is that so? Bren stares at you with a face devoid of expression. All situations begin to feel very wrong. She, wants you to know she's in love and wants to love with you, but... That's sweet. Such a sweet girl, isn't she? Really is a shame she didn't show up like I asked her to, but that's okay. A message to send back to her. I'll whisper it in your ear, okay? Oh. That stupid news a girl isn't safe in her father's manor. Once I'm done with you, she'll be next. Ah. How do you not die? I'm not sure when the monster sound's coming from me, but, at least you're dead. Bren, I don't care about what you think the girl can and cannot do. The planet's moving along as expected, nobody's asking questions. Nobody except the girl. Get rid of her and report back to me, or Black Shield. Yeah, before it was just A. Oh. I don't remember you. Or do I? Yeah, previously it was just A. So that's new. It's a shame that Henshined wrong and is now the shittier version of the potion. I'm just really off right now. Been off for the last for ages. I don't know. Each set is like 8, 9 different parts, and it's a pain in the ass to be checking them all. Because that could take, if it's 8 parts, that could take 4 minutes. Could take 8 minutes. And then having to reopen the editor, so, you know, after so many parts. Like, it's like after every 3 or whatever. Or after every 3, 2, 3, 4 parts, I have to close and reopen the editor. Because it freezes. Why is it freezing? No idea. It just is, because it's a bastard. Or Black Shield. Greetings, traveler. You must be the mayor's errand boy, right? Here to run some more tasks, I assume. What do you need? I'm trying to get an audience with the mayor to start my business, but apparently he's too busy. I thought I heard something there. Anyone here, I say as if you can respond. Weird. Take this letter to the Market Square vegetable vendor for me. Certainly, I'll take care of it. Shouldn't read other people's letters. You're back. I've been to Grimoire then. What did Bren say? Bren was disappointed you didn't show. In fact, as he was, in fact, hoping to kill you. Oh my, what happened? We have to learn anything. Who was he, and why did he want me dead? I was forced to strike him down, but he was carrying this letter. Sasha's eyes scan over the letter multiple times, then she lets out a sharp gasp. But, do you know what this means? Whoever they are, they don't want me prodding around asking questions. It means I was right, there is a conspiracy. Letter signed by Lord Blackshield. Do you know of such a man? During his meetings, I've heard that my father mentioned some band of leaders by name, but never Lord Blackshield. The Marauders have many leaders? Yes, I've heard mention of names such as Tyros the Horrifying, Evelyn the Bloodletter, Serene the Executioner, Garvin the Deceitful, and some other smaller leaders. There's no doubt the Marauders tagging countryside comprise of numerous different gangs, but there must be someone who brought them together in a unified goal. Think Blackshield could be secretly pulling the strings? It's possible, but we need more information on who he is before we can be sure. More importantly, I want to know why they're attacking our city. Any idea who would know? Oh, I'm not sure. I don't really know about these things. My one attempt at establishing an underworld contact did nothing but put me at risk of getting killed. We need help, but my father just won't listen. There is someone who's tried speaking sense to my father, the old veteran's 8. He went off to investigate disturbance within cemeteries of through Shade Woods. I hope he's returned by now. Ah, yes, I may have run into him once already. He's wise and experienced, and I've always shared his opinions about the bandit menace. When he comes back from assignments, he usually heads to the Singing Sparrow Tavern for a mug of ale south within the city. Please look for him there and show him the letter. He must know what to do. Very well. Rats. I'm surprised there's a bandit chilling right outside the mayor's place. Kid starts screaming just after seeing guy cliff walking. So it's like, it's perfectly normal, kid. It's perfectly normal. We meet again, stranger from the crypts. Somehow, in my aging bones, I feel that it is not by coincidence. Way up to clear the crypts? Alas, no. It's far too much of a task for a single soldier alone, and I could almost swear I cut down some of the undead only for them to rise back up again. We could really use a few Dream Guard from the monasteries of Maori around here, experts in undead matters. been assisting the mayor's daughter investigating bandit activity. We could use your help. Not sure I'll want to hear this. Sasha's a good head on her shoulders. Frustration with father's ability to tackle the bandit menace is understandable, but she is also quite young and naive. For one of these days she'll land herself in trouble. She already has. Take a look at this letter. You hand over the letter you took from the tug, Bran. Zaid reads it over while muttering to himself. So, we do have something of a bandit conspiracy on our hands. So this is my advice to the mayor to use every resource to be able to fight and investigate the marauders in Haywind. But it has to resolve further the council of that wily merchant Azar Cain. The letter is signed by Lord Blackshield. Any idea who that might be? I've come across many bandit leaders in our dealings with them, but never has Lord Blackshield been mentioned. Always suspected someone must be organizing them from behind the lines, though. We need someone with information on the underworld, while being confident they're not Lord Blackshield's lackey. And we need to go behind the mayor's back. I mean, I like it, but it's beyond time someone acted for the good of our city. There's a man I know, a con artist and a swindler who knows every criminal element in these lands and beyond. When he works for himself, is currently locked up in the dungeons of Haywind Fort. If you break Sly Jonne out, I believe he'll help us. Break him out? Sounds radical. Can't you just talk to him, ask him to be released? The Marshal of Haywind's garrison answers only to orders coming from the mayor. We're acting behind the mayor's back, remember? Sly Jonne won't help us unless we offer something to him first. Break him out should be an adequate olive branch. And you're sure this man can be trusted? Heavens no, he's not trustworthy at all. Like I said, Sly Jonne is a con artist and swindler. He and I have a long history in this city. In fact, I myself was the one who locked him up in the fort's dungeons. With that said, I know him. He believes in honor among thieves, stealing from the rich, and that sort of stuff. We need a criminal who wouldn't associate with the bandit conspiracy. And I'm confident he's our man. So he's a crook, but he has some creed to him. Okay. I assume you have a plan for doing this. I do know the fort well. Breaking a prisoner out shouldn't be too difficult, provided certain preparations are made. Firstly, you need a guard's uniform to enter dungeons without raising questions. To break out yourself, you'll need to take with you certain supplies. How do I get... Should I be doing this publicly? Yeah. Get a uniform? One of the guards recently took quite ill and hasn't yet, to my knowledge, recovered. If you were to appear with the guard's uniform and told them you're his substitute, they might let you inside the fort prison. So you'll have to require Balfour's uniform, though. Some manner of discretion may be required there. Someone's nestled between the cemetery and the gate to the North City. The supplies? So you'll need a way to knock the guards out without resorting to violence. I suggest plying them with beer. Take plenty with you. 6. I'm sure Madame Barnesmill here will oblige. You also need a pickaxe to break through a weak spot in the walls, which will lead you to a sewage tunnel. Smart man will also pack a torch. It's bound to be blacker than night down there otherwise. Just write it down on a note and I'll figure it out. Once he's out, tell him to sneak into the town hall to convene with us. Tell him we'll pardon his sentence in exchange for his help. Are you sure you can promise that? That'll be up to the mayor. In truth, I'm counting on having him back to our side by the time this is all over. I see. It doesn't seem too smart, but maybe there's hope for his daughter. 5, 6. But it isn't half bad. Okay. I need to go grab a pickaxe and a torch. You know what would be handy? One of these wagons. I could carry plenty of loot on that. Mother? Yes, son? You're not my mother. Get out. Must be another way to steal into his home. Breaking through the window. An open window. Maybe if I threw some rope up there, I could get in. Conveniently, I got one off a guy I killed earlier. Successfully timed the rope into the clothesline. That is some durable clothesline, considering I came up in full armor. I got a moment to read this. I'm just consuming the book. What is the meaning of this? For a moment, your mind fumbles for an awkward excuse, and you realize the man is completely delirious, his eyes swaying wildly from side to side. Fever seems to have addled his brains. Mother, how many times must I tell you, I'm a big man now. You mustn't rummage through my stock drawer without my permission. Yes, Mother's here to take care of you. Go back to bed. Yes, Mother. Raise some milk and cookies. Feel better. Need the time. And with that, the man waddles back to bed. Best to try not to disturb the man further. Trying to figure out a way out when he came up. You saw nothing. Ah, it's inferior. With some look, you may pass off as a prison guard with this, wearing this. And now I just need to pop back and get my pick. We'll take a copper one just to be safe. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Cover? I kind of want to go back to grinding on the, my call quits in a sec so I can go and do the editing. I don't mind grinding on those bandits again. They give a lot of gear, which I could sell, or I could scrap. If I scrap it, it's full profit. And it's easy enough for me to go just buy material. The only thing is the profit. Sure. The profit is solely metal scraps. So like I won't be getting anything else, which is a shame. I might just tie it back there. Yeah, the profit is solely metal scraps. I won't be getting anything. Let me just check that as well. Why not add another thing? And again, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, the profit is solely metal scraps. It's no other materials. So that's kind of sucks because I think I do need the other stuff as well. So it is what it is. Don't bother us. Talk to the marshal. Yeah, what? Oh, prison's off limits. Can't just let anybody walk in there. Not just anyone. See, here to substitute for guard Belford. So I see. You got the uniform all right. No knowledge to expect anyone. Well. Belford's a good lad. Ain't beyond him to send someone trustworthy to cover for him. Fine, go on in, but no funny business. This place is in worse condition than I expected. Tuck that shirt in, or something. You're some new guy? Wasn't told to expect a new guy. Eh, nobody ever tells anything to anyone around here. Anyway, get to it then. Do some garden. Care for some beer? Wait. What are you saying? You bring corruption and ruin with you into this temple of discipline? And you offer to me, your superior? You think there won't be consequences? Just messing with you. Did you see in your face? Ah, brilliant move, new guy. This post is as dull as churning butter. Here's the best way into the good graces of your fellow men around here, myself included. Come on, then, throw a couple points this way. Here you go. Here on then, new guy. Shall we chant idly? The marshal won't like us doing it. And when we're supposed to perform our duties. Probably should just aim for the named ones. God, all these smart mouth prisoners do is get on my nerves. Wish we were allowed to educate them, but Marshall's forbidden us. Just gotta let off some steam some way, you know? Got just a thing. Beer. Oh, what? Yes, sir, I could use more than one. Let me get some more. Maybe I messed up in giving it. Don't worry about anything. This is an important post. Bars and locks shouldn't work for us. Place gets too boring sometimes. Guess what's not boring though? Beer. You're joking. You actually brought beer in here? Marshall would be livid if he saw us drinking. Place not down here, is he? What do I care? Pass me one then. My pleasure. Care for some beer? I probably shouldn't. Or should be caught doing that. You mustn't tempt me. Move along now. Care for some beer? Beer. And think about refreshments during the day are vital for morale. Bradford. How's it going? Beer? Yes. Here you go. Is it too quiet in here or what? Beers around the table, lads. Yeah. The others just got drunk through boozmosis. I apply the other guys and they just get drunk by proxy. Why haven't we done this before, Sarge? For your lack of imagination, Crawford. Nice for you to loosen up for once, eh? Shut up and drink your beer. Oh yeah, remember the... That's an order. I was saying, like, I could go grind those, you know, infinitely spawning bandits again. That was profitable. Made a fair chunk of cash off it. Alternatively, I could go scrapping it and get the rare drop materials through it. Though it would only be the ones, Actually, no. I could benefit from leather scraps as well. Through the highwaymen outfits. Though that is a bit of a rare drop. So it would be predominantly the metal. But still, getting golem stones for free is a nice thing. Ah, a new face. Over here, please. You must listen to me. There's a dreadful misunderstanding. Yes, you see, I shouldn't be in here. You shouldn't be here at all. They've got the wrong man, I assure you. But you look like a kind chap. You'll help me, won't you? So, Jonne, I presume. Zate sent me. Oh, I hate when they call me that. Nothing sly about me, I assure you. I would rather describe myself as entrepreneurial. Anyway, I doubt there's anything I would say to Zate, or in this case, his retainers. He's the one who put me in here, you know. I'm quite upset about it. What'd you do during your sentence? It was nothing, really, an absolute travesty of justice, if you ask me. I've been selling my usual patch of herbal tonics to promote hair growth or healthy, shiny hair or something. It just so happened one of my balding customers had a severe allergic reaction. Just so happened he was also a close friend of Zaid's. Hair tonics, really? Where'd you get them from? Why, my cousin Slick Eddie from Radford sourced them for me. Now, before you go accusing me of anything, I was absolutely confident those tonics worked. They were made of all natural ingredients, too. Good for overall health, balancing the humors, that sort of thing, you know? Well, Zaid thinks you've served enough time and sent me to break you out. Oh my. Break me out, you say? That is interesting. If Zaid's willing to do that, he must desperately want my help with something. Of course, I'm a very helpful man, but my help does come at a price. Well, do you have the key? The key? Why, yes, the key. I'm not sure what you had in mind, but keys would certainly be the easiest, most hassle-free way to break me out. I believe they hang behind the sergeant's desk, seldom unattended, though. If it was down to me, I'll be looking for diversion. Yes, I'm sure I can come up with something. Quick! No one in this corridor. Look that way. That joke didn't work. Quick, everyone in this corridor. Look that way. I'll just calmly walk through the empty place. I do hope you're serious about getting me out, or is this some elaborate prank? A game where you swindle the swindler? Well, I'll have you know, I don't mind these lodgings. The food is just awful, though. Please, you're getting me out, right? Wonderful. I'm free, but what now? I guess I can break out this involve walking out the front door. Please, tell me you came up with a plan. Weak spot somewhere on this 4 stones we can break through. You mean to drag me through the sewerage pipe that runs under the fort? Beneath the fort? How undignified. Alas, I suppose there are no brighter ideas at hand. Thank for the guards enjoying their beers or getting ever noisier. That would get away with crashing through the 4 otherwise. Trust you brought miner's tools. Pickaxe, perhaps. I know what I'm doing. I forgot the torch. It's fine. By ancestors, it's dark down here. Goddamn. Maybe a vicious sewer rat, but it's weak as shit. Did at least remember to grab some bread. Stumble in the dark. I really hope he followed me out. Ah, fresh air, finally. Alright, my friend. Time to thank you for this change in scenery. Alas, now I have half a mind of disappearing into the wind. As far as my feelings are concerned, I don't owe Zaid anything. What's the quarrel between you and Zaid? Did I not say? He's the one who locked me up in this place. Known for a good while, too. Always told me it's something of an understanding, him and I. Just what I know. Remind me. Could be worth your while to hear him out. They told me your prior offenses will be pardoned. A full pardon, you say? Huh. I wonder. If that was truly the case, then he wouldn't have had the need to smuggle me out of prison through this little back door. He won't convince me by trying to play me for a fool. you know Zayt, then you know he's honest. He'll find a way to compensate you. Well, you see, that argument might have won me over in the past. I thought I knew the man, but ever since he threw me into that prison cell for practically no good reason at all, I'm just not so sure anymore. How about a chance to be a hero, then? A hero? What do you take me for? You're only making this ordeal sound even less enticing to me, if such a thing was possible. Well, you're right about the breakout. Zayt's in fact requesting your help against the wishes of the mayor. Halt, you said what? The old soldier stopped following orders blindly. He's taken a rebellious turn against the mayor and started doing his own thinking for a change. Oh, that's something I actually want to see. So you hear him out then. He's waiting for you at the town hall. Fine, I suppose. First, though, I'll find something more appropriate to wear. One thing they don't seem to care much for in prison is personal hygiene. As for Zayt, better be able to offer something worth my while. Suppose I'll see you at the town hall then. Ta-ta for now. My God, you sprint fast. Can't go back in. Well, alright. I'm gonna get up here. I don't think clicking like that will actually get me anywhere. Or maybe it will. Magnificent. Never did bring that note. Daughter ain't here. Ah, cool painting. I do think an apology would be appropriate after all this time. You deserve to be locked up and you know it. How could you be so callous? Here I told we were friends. Let's not pretend you aren't here only out of self-interest. Well, if you continue to be so rude, I might just leave. Will you two stop bickering? There are much more important things to discuss. Your voice is like sweet honey, my dear. Oh, you cannot but compel me to obey. Please, honeyed words won't win my sympathies. That's the guy she tried to flirt with stabbed me. Because he couldn't stab her. Oh, but of course, my esteemed lady. Whatever you say. Hey, you're back. Finally. Zayt brought me up to speed on all the roguery you've been up to. I hope it was worth it. Ever since Jonne appeared, these two most have been trading insults. Maybe now that you're here, we can turn matters to something sensible. You mean to imply our conversation has been sensible thus far? Well, why, Zayt and I have just been reminiscing about good old days. Nothing more than friendly misunderstandings between us, I'm sure. No misunderstandings have been had. You're nothing but a scoundrel, and there's no use pretending otherwise. We've gone through great trouble to have you here. Perhaps it's time we raise discussion as to why. Everyone playing nice? You mean these two? They'll be fine, I think. Just seems they have some history between them. The way I understand it, Zayt used to be pretty lenient with Jonne's schemes up until he caused some real harm. For Jonne, Zayt's sudden change in attitude might have come off as something as a betrayal, though. Huh. Let's cut to the matter at hand. What does Jonne know of Lord Blackshield? So you've finally come across his name, have you? The mayor would never have the guts to oppose such a dangerous man. Of course he wouldn't. The little heroes are acting on your own accord. The real question is, what can you offer me to turn against the Black Shield? Oh, I'll ask Father to reward you with lots of gold for your noble services, just as soon as we've dealt with the bandits. Sure, we'll see our side of things once we've dealt a mortal blow to the bandit horde and all. As for myself, I can promise to do what I can to have your name cleared. Past misdeeds forgiven. But refuse us, and you better make sure I never see your face in the city again. I also run you straight through to return you or else I'll return you straight back to where we found you and leave you there to rot. Say, my dear friend, there really is no need to resort to such unpleasantries. I may as well just take you up on your offer, for I've no love for Lord Blackshield myself. Truth be told, I found him quite brutish and troublesome when he first showed up around these parts. The kind who gives us honest criminals a bad name, you understand. So he's not from around here. I should think not. I've been running schemes, trading, in Heya for all my life, which is quite some time now. Quite some while now. Blackshield appeared as though from thin air, with no other name or known past, instead of recruiting anyone who would join his grand campaign to squeeze Heya dry. But what is he after? Gold, I should presume? What else would men like him possibly want? Although the way he's going about it, attacking innocent townsfolk and crippling the city, seems unusually malicious. What do I know? Perhaps he's the kind of man who wants to watch the world burn. Regardless, what matters most is to find him and stop him. Sure, I can tell you where to find him, but getting to him will require more than I can offer. You see, there's a cave hidden within the green coppice, northwest of the city, the Marauder's underbelly, where unsavory men have often hidden from the reach of the law. Lord Blackshield made it his home, and since his arrival, he's raised palisade fortifications all around it. Yeah, it's the bandit fortress. Scouts couldn't have missed it. I always found it curious. Suppose this Lord Blackshield wanted to make a castle for himself. In any case, if we mean to assault it, we'll need to gather allies. While the mayor won't be of any help, there are others who might join our fight. However, convincing them to join us may require some powers of persuasion, and I'm not much of a diplomat. Much more comfortable swinging a good sword, and Sasha is a little young and blue-eyed for these things. Whom should we try to recruit as allies? To start with, Heya's deputies are honorable crime-fighting men who also act with a high degree of autonomy. They won't be enough, though, to fill our ranks. We could ask the mercenaries of the Murkoss warrior band. Finally, we could use some heavy firepower, and I've just the idea. Hydrobor Magi aren't beholden to the mage and may be inclined to offer us aid. Tell me more about the Magi. Magi at the Hydrobor Academy have an enclave in the northeastern part of the city. They've already done a great service to our people by maintaining a favorable weather for our farmers through their magics. If you were to approach the emissary residing in the Wizard's Tower, I'm sure they could be persuaded to help us defend the city. Who are the deputies? The deputies Ryler and Ernstart. I know the deputies Ryler and Ernstart personally. The commando will have a few good men, and I have no doubts about them joining us. A few good men. But they're already busy dealing with missions of their own. But Ryler were at the militia camp west of the city, and Ernstart last known to camp across the river beyond the harbour to the northeast. So dealing with the river pirates and the other guy I died to. Mercenary band, can they be trusted? The mercenary band is led by Rain Murkoss, who's camped in Mountain Pass, southwest of the city. He's no trouble fighting for any cause, including ours, so long as he's paid what he's owed. I can only hope he will turn out to be reasonable with his demands, but something you must determine for yourself. Very well, I understand this task falls on me. Excellent. I'll write down my contacts down for you on a note. Don't hesitate to ask if you have further questions. In the meantime, we're off on a recruitment mission. I'll see if Jonne can round up any of his old contacts to fight for the city. Very well. With the deputies, the mercenaries, and Magi by our side, we might stand a chance. The Murkoss mercenaries set out have no trouble fund for our cause, so long as they're paid what they're owed. Deputy Broward is camped to the west will no doubt join us, so long as he's too busy with a mission of his own. Same goes for Deputy Ernstart, who camps beyond the harbour to the northeast. For the approach to Hydrobor emissary in the Magi Enclave. got cut off. But it's just a repeat. I've written it all down in a note for you. Good luck. It's thrilling working behind the mayor's back. Ah, cool artwork. Yeah, that's something I'll have to work on later. Do I have any of these? I have the brains, but I'm not trading them. Bit too relevant for crafting. I suppose I could farm some barley. I've got some mail for you. Oh, a letter, that's great. Thanks a lot, traveler. Needed to turn the spruce over to them. Business, of course, will flourish once I finally get things going. I should be grateful someone as capable as me to bring prosperity to Heyland. Never paid attention to this building. Hello, dear. Fancy some tea? Why do city folk always in a hurry? Sometimes I think people stop, read, and maybe have a cup. One, two, three, four. I'm here on business about some ghosts. That a fact. We're better off talking to a priest, if I'm honest. Let's try building a contraption that sucked ghosts into a container. It did not end up well for anyone involved. Really? What happened? Long story. Let me just say, a gateway opened into another dimension. We're trying to release a creature that will level the whole city. Been reluctant to meddle in otherworldly matters since. Ghostbusters. In any case, I bear a note from a priest asking for your help. The inventor takes the note from you and reads it over, all the while muttering to himself. Finally, he speaks up. Alright then, seems simple enough. Leaves all the otherworldly stuff to the priest and just needs the proper vessel to carry his power. A lantern of sorts in mind, but you'll have to be the one to craft it. Can't you do it? Well, with Hubert messing up my workshop, I can't very well right now. What I can do is give you the blueprints and tell you where to get the materials you need. First off, we'll want just the right wood for the frame. Wild's fir should do the trick. Some of it grows in Prowler's Thicket as far as I know, southwest of Thornhill. Some iron fittings are also required. Lots of places you could get iron, I reckon. Heard recently a miner struck some veins in a cave along the road to Thornhill. Could give it a look. For the special part, the lantern won't be housing a candle. This lantern won't be housing a candle. Instead, we'll be putting in a mystic's amber. It's a rare kind of gem that sometimes forms inside the trunk of Wild's fir. I reckon your best bet is to seek out the Tornsback sawmill somewhere in Prowler's Thicket. There you ought to be able to split those logs to see what's inside. Yeah, I think I might call it here. Teaches you the blueprints for the priest's lantern, and be careful to write these instructions down into your journal. Once you got all that, you'll just need to find yourself a proper workbench. And one like they'll have at the Crafters Guild near Harewood Marketplace. Good luck, mate. Goddamn Hubert. Give me a second. I'm gonna go see where the hell Glowing Willow spawns. Okay, there's 3 spawns in Ashenside Fields, 4 in Old Root Fringes, 5 in Shelter Grove. We'll worry about this tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you join me again soon. Till then, love and peace, baby.